Foundation is a knowledge organization based in Delhi which has successfully implemented several government and private sector projects in India and Africa for socio-economic development. WDF uses broadcasting, ICT, IoT, robotics and communication technologies to automate and spread knowledge in the fields of education, agriculture, healthcare, livelihood generation and removal of poverty. WDF also conducts workshops, seminars and tutorials for knowledge dissemination, deciding the policy and formulating the direction for SDG2030. Now, I would like to invite our Chief Guest, Excellency Dr. Manoj Nardeo Singh, to speak a few words. He is the Secretary General of the African Asian Rural Development Organization, AARDO, an organization which is one of the earliest examples of South-South cooperation in rural development in the Afro-Asian region. It is an autonomous intergovernmental organization comprising country governments of Africa and Asia. The organization was set up with a view to promote coordinated efforts, exchange of experiences, and cooperative action for furthering the objectives of development in the rural areas. His vision is to galvanize South-South and triangular initiatives to achieve inclusive and sustainable development in rural economies of AARDO member countries.
Thank you very much, Professor Srivastava, Professor R.P. Singh, my very good friend, Professor Agarwalji, Professor Devkumarji, Mr. Chan Kaushal from the UNDP, Ms. Srivastava, my very good friend Professor Moni from the Shobit University in the audience, distinguished friends coming from the south, from Kochi to us, distinguished guests, representatives from the media, ladies and gentlemen, it's a great pleasure for me here to be here for this important workshop which talks about our own future and the future of many people in Asia and Africa especially. Coming from the African Asian Rural Development Organization, I bring you greetings from 31 countries. We are having 31 member countries in Asia and Africa, 17 countries in Africa, and 14 countries in Asia. And as we are very much connected to rural and agricultural development, these debate today and all these wise advices coming from professors and stalwarts in the domain are very much relevant to our member countries. It is therefore for me a great pleasure to be here, and I have to thank all the organizers for inviting me and to give me this platform to address the audience. And I'm very happy to see that there are youngsters around here, because we have been working in our different fields for quite long, but these youngsters are here to take up the challenges where we have failed to say some way we have failed not to reach the right solution. The whole world, as our young keynote addressee here has been highlighting, about the SDGs in the world. The whole world is working about SDGs, but we've got certain countries still struggling with the MDGs. We are still failing with the MDGs. We call them the unfinished agendas of the MDGs. Now being saddled with more important tasks of SDGs. You have highlighted the 17 goals. The first one and the second one are really very important on the humanitarian aspect, because it is with poverty, hunger, to make sure that everyone has a brighter sun under this whole world everywhere. And if to connect to all these, all the goals are very important, and you go back to the last one, the 17th one, which talks about partnership from institutions level, partnership, academicians, politicians, and especially from the community, NGOs. We have to partner at all level. My understanding that we have to partner much more in terms of regional cooperation also. International cooperation also has to be stressed, so that we can really bring all the benefits which ICT and mass communication has got the potential. I always say potential is there, but we are not realizing it to the maximum. These are the challenges. Maybe youngsters can always take it. Obviously, all our institutions, I think there have been calls for greater collaboration, offering the platform of AARDO to connect and to take all these issues. I'm very proud to be in India itself. I'm coming myself from Mauritius. India, I will tell you, for the whole world looks towards India to find part of the solutions which we are not able to make, especially from the African continent and the sub-Saharan Africa. People are waiting for this type of solution, be it in terms of technology, be it in terms of mechanization, start with mechanization, then we go to ICT, we go to the communication, and dissemination of that knowledge, dissemination of that training and all this. In AARDO, we are already doing lots in capacity building. We are doing lots in exchange of experts, exchange of research and so on, but we still feel that there is a lack. There are certain gaps to be filled. This is where this national conference is really very important. If we can come to analyze all these many issues have been coined here. I don't intend to repeat them, but all these issues are really important. The only thing I will have to say and add on that, you see, that we have to go very fast. Very fast, I'll say even leapfrogging in our technology. Technology is available practically to solve all the problems nowadays. Just like we were saying, you know, we can produce for the whole world, but we cannot produce for the greed, we can produce for the need. It's a question of realizing what we can do and really distributing the knowledge and the ICT, all this knowledge we are having, distributing it. Mass communication, communication channel are really important for distributing all these several things. I will have to add also that not only India, but many of the African and Asian countries where we are working, they are, what we say, living in the villages. And my good friend has been highlighting, you know, people are talking about smart cities, but we must be looking more into smart villages, rural smart areas. And this rural smartness will come only by ICT and only by mass communication, only by the way we can connect all our institutions and people having the real desire to take up all these challenges of the SDGs. It's only through this type of thing that will come. So I will again reiterate that we are ready to work, be it with the UNDP, be it with academicians or the universities, be it with Professor Sivastava and all your organization. Professor Moni also, we are already having some discussion to work with the Shobit University. I think the whole Indian community and the people of community will be able to act as a savior to the whole Africa and Asia. I'm just coming back from Taiwan. We have been making reference of Taiwan here. I think some of the universities are having MOU signed with Taiwan. Taiwan is a country where we are having many of these small holding farmers are there, but they are very advanced. Let me tell you that they are very advanced in the ICT. They are making very good use of ICT and communication. The point of my colleague from UNDP raising connecting the farmers, connecting all these farmers to the market also is done in a perfect manner at that place. Maybe we can teach, we can learn from that and teach other nations, even the Indian community of farmers, to go ahead with that. And as we usually discuss, many systems are already available. Professor Moni has got a very good article published in our journal where all the systems available in India, Professor Agarwal has just been elaborating all this. The systems are there, but they are not being effectively used. They are not being productive, if I may say so, to have a sort of positive criticism on that. So we'll have to look into all this. And as I'm saying, AARDO is a sort of manifestation of solidarity between African and Asian countries. India being a powerful economy with the government leading the way for empowerment of farmers. This mission of empowerment of farmers is more or less similar in many countries. So sharing of that knowledge on the way Government of India is taking up all these schemes and the way we'll be able to empower the farmers, especially empower in terms of enhancement of their productivity and enhancement of their income. I usually say, in many forums when you talk to farmers, they will tell you, people come to me, talk to me about so many chains, they talk to you about supply chain, value chain, now they are talking about blockchain, but he does not or she does not understand what is that. He says, people talk to me about value chain, I produce, they take up the value. I'm left only with a chain in my hands. So we'll have to look into all these type of possibilities to communicate to them the right technology available, the policies available, the schemes available. The task is colossal, it's not easy, just as the task of SDGs. They are not easy tasks, and for a note of caution, I think the last report of FAO is highlighting we may be off track on our SDGs 1 and SDG 2. As Professor Srivastava was saying, that these goals are very important, but how to achieve them, we are still trying to find the solution. Partial solutions are available, but now we need a sort of global solution so that we go in a very impactful manner. Otherwise, we won't be able to achieve this goal. I'm sorry to say a very negative word on this platform here, but achieving this goal will practically be impossible until and unless the youngsters around here, the robots which we are seeing here, this is part of the solution, but we'll have to make sure that it goes fast in a disruptive manner. We need what we call dams. Dams mean that disruption has to be there in terms of our thinking, in terms of policy formulation, in terms of effective implementation of schemes and projects on the ground. This is the direct disruptive manner, and then accelerate things, the accelerator has to be there, and multiply good projects which have already been implemented. Lots of things have been done by UNDP, IFAD, and all these international organizations. We are ready to work with everybody, and especially we would like to collaborate more in terms of regional cooperation. We have in cooperation with regional blocks also. Let me wish this conference best wishes with these difficult tasks. These are not easy tasks. We have got many youngsters, we've got many stalwarts around. It's a very good interaction for academicians, policymakers, practitioners to interact with youngsters. Their perspective must be registered because they were the leaders of tomorrow. They are the one who will actually see the implementation of all of the SDGs. Africa itself has got a plan of up to 2063. Now we're talking a plan of 2030. So best of luck to each and every one around here, especially to end poverty and hunger in this whole world and our region of Africa and Asia. With this word, I would only say that let's try to emphasize on partnership. The goal number 17 is very much important. Partnership, we can even review all the incentives, all our institutions, all our infrastructure, investment already done in some places, and come up, and the key word, the buzzword, my colleagues have been talking, this is innovation. The innovation word has to be there. Thank you very much, and thank you for your attention. I won't be long. Best of luck. I hope this conference will bring solutions for the whole of Africa and Asia, and obviously for the world. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir.